How's it going, you bunch of vagina wreckers? My name's Stacey, and this is Break a Leg. Oh, fucking here we go. First ever episode of, I don't even know if there's going to be any more episodes, but you know what, I'm just going to fucking give this a go anyway. So, like I said, my name's Stacey, and just to be clear, that was the name that was given to me at birth. Right, so for all you fucking assholes out there or whatever are going to start asking questions, no, I'm not trying to fool anyone. I know exactly what's between my legs, even though sometimes the wife may struggle to find it during those cold winter nights, but hey, we're, you know, a little bit of controversy for you folks, just to, you know, maybe get the haters rolling in, all those woke motherfuckers. Anyway, so let's get to the point. So as you might have seen during the intro, I showed a couple of items in there, basically just trying to show for the people out there who may be thinking of starting to play guitar, or the kids are starting to play the guitar, that there are some actually really nice cheap options that actually work for you. So let's get straight to it, the things that I was showing you. Alright, this is the Artist AS1. Nice little guitar, about $250 off the Artist website, which I may bring up right now for you to show. I may do it at another time. The reason I got this personally myself is because it reminds me of my first ever electric guitar that I brought, and if I can find pictures of those, of me holding it back in those days, probably social suicide, but you know, I don't care, it'll still be fun to really find those pictures. That was back in my you know, big hair day, you know, when I'm trying to be all fucking pretty and look all metal and shit at the same time, you know, good old 90s. Anyway, so more about this guitar. I'll probably show some more specs climbing up on the screen right now. See, it's got the two single coil pickups, the humbucker. It's got the neck is the fret, like the fret, the fretboard is probably the most controversial part of this guitar, because it's made out of eco rosewood, which I believe with a lot of, you know, flash professional guitarists, and that is a big no-no, which personally myself, after all the years of playing guitar, I don't have a problem with. I play on this thing absolutely fine. It's probably a little bit out of tune at the moment, but you know, I don't have any issues with it. It played just fine. You've heard it. You heard this and the other item that I'm going to show you on the intro. So when you do buy this, it comes with its own little whammy bar there. Does the whole, you know, that sort of shit. It comes with its own little tuner that goes on the end there. Actually, it might turn on. I may have run out of batteries. No, it turns on. There you go. And that's really simple to operate. You just hit that, and oh look, there you go. And you just wait till it turns green, and there you go. That one's in tune. Another thing when you are tuning a guitar, don't just go down the strings. All right, always start with the top one and then do the bottom string. All right. What this does is it just helps with the tension on the neck and helps your strings get tuned a bit quicker. Anyway, you don't want to see all that boring shit, do you? You just want to know why the hell I'm showing this. So, again, like I said, 250 bucks off the Artist website. Quite easy, just look it up, Google it. You don't need me to put it some bloody link or whatever it is the hell they do on these bloody YouTube things. And if you want to keep watching this, you know, you can, I guess, subscribe if you want. I really don't know how much difference that makes. I really don't give a shit. I'm not even sure if I'm going to make another episode or not. We'll see how this goes. I'm just doing this for fun because I'm bored and I've been stuck at home for 4 months because I aptly named this program Broken Leg because I fucking broke my leg 4 months ago. I might even bring up some pictures of that soon. Hopefully you're not eating your lunch or your dinner or your breakfast. I just said that in a weird order, but I really don't give a shit. Actually, you know what? I hope you are. Just for kicks. For me. Anyway, so when you get this, you get the package, you get a gig bag to come with it. One of those, a gig bag. Like I said, you get the whammy bar, you get the tuner, you also get a set of strings, some shitty little lead and a shitty strap. Now the great thing with guitars like this is that you can do mods and stuff on them. I've already done a little modification on this one. I added roller string trees in for this to help with the tuning stability, but I mean, if I was to really go deep, I would have changed the nut on it because the nut is plastic. I'd probably go with the graphite nut. That certainly helps with the tuning. I mean, everything else is pretty much stock standard. So if you are looking to buy a new guitar for either yourself or for your kids, or whatever your teenage kids decided he wants to start playing guitar, a couple of things you want to ask yourself is what genre of music they want to play. So the reason why I went with this as well as not just being the first electric guitar, looking like the first electric guitar that I own, it's because of its versatility with your 2 single coil pickups. It's really good for your clean stuff and that, doing your Pink Floyd stuff and that sort of genre of music. And then your humbucker here is designed for your heavy metal stuff. You know, so if you really want to rock out and play your Metallicas and your Panteras and just a couple of examples. So that's what the humbuckers are there for. They're basically designed so that they cut out the noise that comes with high gain, high volume sort of amplifiers and that. There is a package there where you can get a small amplifier to come along with the guitar, but I would just completely and utterly avoid that fact. I'll get onto that shortly when I get onto my next the object of this whole episode. If you are going to go down the road of the amps, then don't be a tool and just go for the shiniest one just because it looks like, you know, the guys that you want to see play guitar, or the guys you like, you know, seeing playing guitar or whatever, just because they're using those amps. You know, you could buy the flashiest amp in the world or whatever, but if the speakers aren't great, then there's just no point. All right, speakers are one of the most important things, okay? So, and that's something you need to learn very quick as a guitarist. Don't just go out and buy the flashiest looking amp possible. You can actually buy a cheap amp and put some really good speakers in it and it will sound fantastic. Just as good as any of the expensive amps that you can get. Anyway, we're digressing, I'm going off course here. So now that I've covered this, now it's on for round 2 and we are go. So the other item is this Tank G. It's from Envave. You can buy these on those websites like AliExpress and, dare I say it, Temu. Oh, sounds like such a dirty word, doesn't it? Temu. It's almost as bad as moist. I went shopping on Temu and it made me moist. Anyway, these are actually really great pedals, and for the price that you pay for them, they really do well. I paid 120 for this, but I looked at some recently and they're going as low as between 80 to 90 bucks. And they're great little machines. They're made of solid metal. The casing is solid metal. You put pretty good. As you would have seen in the pictures that I've done, you've got your XLR output, which you can just plug straight into your mixing board. It does have your straight in and out jacks there, 3/4 jacks. Don't need to plug it in with anything. There you go, I just turned it on and it's already going. I think you get about 8 hours battery life when it's fully charged, and you can take this with you anywhere on the road. When I recorded with this, I plugged it straight in from the USB straight to my computer and just ran it through my digital audio workstation, or DAW for short. That's DAW, just to be clear. DAW. This thing's got Bluetooth, which I haven't even never really bothered using. This is more a convenience thing for me, so I can just, you know, go away with the wife for a weekend or whatever. I can just take this with me, take some headphones, take a guitar with me, plug it in, and I'm good to go. But like I said, you can plug your phone up, so if you if you've got something you want to work on, you can just plug it straight in, have a beat there, away you go, jam along to it. Some great features on this, seriously, for the price, it's great. So like I said earlier, I'll getting to the whole amp in that situation. If you are looking at starting off, just do not buy those bloody those box set things, the guitar with the little amps in that. Those amps are just door stoppers. Now, any guitar can be whipped into shape, which is something I'll do for another series, but those box things, those little amps, they're just door stoppers or landfill. They're just an absolute waste of time, and especially when you got technology like this out today, you can hook this up to your Bluetooth speaker. If you've got one, you don't need an amp, you just hook that up. Or because it's got headphones, you can get all the sounds out of this, and there you go, without pissing people off, pissing your neighbours off, pissing mum and dad off. That sort of shit. So, just while we're on the subject of amps, you may be seeing this in the background. Yes, it's a dirty old Line 6 Spider 4. So I picked this up in Cash Converters down in Palmy years ago, and it was only $150. That's the reason why I got it. For those of you not familiar with it, it's a multi-effects sort of, all the effects and stuff are built into it. It's got a bunch of bloody delays and choruses and you name it, and of course it's got the famous insane setting, which I've tried a couple of times, and these things are just, the distortion on these are not great. They've got a real bit of a fuzz to them. Worked for me for a while, but decided to move up in the world. So if you are thinking of buying amps, stay clear of these ones. If you see these for second hand, it's a red flag, don't even go there. Just a bit of advice for you. So there are lots of guitar channels, YouTube channels and that out there that you can watch on guitar stuff and guitar gear, but it doesn't seem to be, well, any actually that I've been able to find on this sort of stuff here in New Zealand. So my main purpose of this is to try and help out people in New Zealand. So if you are thinking of starting out playing guitar, just a beginner and stuff, hopefully this will help. Prime example, we get a pretty rough deal here in New Zealand on our guitar instrumental prices. Just a quick example, so there's a guitar pedal, multi-effect sort of guitar pedal, about the size of an Xbox, and it costs, I think, $1,700, maybe $1,800 in the States, somewhere around there, and here in New Zealand it's over $4,000. And I mean, for $4,000 you can buy yourself a freaking car. Why the hell would you spend $4,000 on something the size of an Xbox? And it just seems completely and utterly pointless to me. It is a very nice machine, but it's a lot of money to spend on something that just makes sound. At least with an Xbox or a PlayStation or whatever, you're actually getting visual stuff, and I think you can even record stuff on the Xbox and the PlayStation now. I think you can actually even download digital audio workstations on those and record to them. I haven't actually checked that out. It might be something I might have to do at some point. But anyway, so that's the whole purpose of this, and I really, really hope I help people. Yeah, while making a complete fucking fool of myself. You know what? I think I might be done. I may think of other things and probably have to edit shit and all that, because that's apparently what people do. But for now, that's probably going to be me, and I've probably breathed through my mouth way too much. Fucking mouth breathers, right? Fucking YouTubers, so fucking judgmental. Breathe from my nose. Fuck you. Anyway, that's me. See ya.